Studios.
So Rec Room's free, and I've been doing some Final Fantasy fishing, but let's be fair. Sweet. Everyone's just playing Skyrim. This is the weekly wrap-up. This is the Midnight Gamescast. We record every Tuesday afternoon at midnight, and then we bring it to YouTube every Wednesday as the weekly wrap-up. That's this right here.
Yep.
Us
found it.
And you together
Don't go anywhere.
at last. Every Thursday as PlayStation VR. And every Friday as viewer takeover when we let you, the loyal game cats, let you take over the
That's a pathetic sounding cat.
show.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know why? Because I was thinking that viewer takeover needs like a theater type of thing, but not. It doesn't. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, you can't recreate the theater.
No, I know you can't do that. So what could you do?
As
Your
always,
suggestions below.
As always, I'm Brian Paul, and to my right, your left, the king of all VR kings, Jeremy King.
Howdy. How are you?
This is really all we get from him. Jeremy, what are your thoughts on hugs?
Hugs? I love hugs.
You like hugging people?
Yes, I'm an affectionate person.
You're also shorter.
Yes.
Okay, so I have an issue.
Yes.
Bear with me.
Okay,
We'll get
go
to you,
on.
young lady. So I was working at the restaurant the other day, and somebody was like, "Oh, Brian," and they came up to me and like they went up for a hug, and it was like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Like just froze.
Well, you hate people.
No, but I do.
Was it just a guess?
Strangely, I'm a hugger. You know, I like to hug. Right?
That is true.
Right, I'm a hugger.
We've hugged.
Yeah, but strangers are a different
Yeah.
thing.
No, I know this person, acquaintance, maybe better than acquaintance, right? And yeah, it's true. I hadn't seen him for a while, but he was like, Brian, and and of course, when you're at the restaurant, you're probably drinking and probably a little friendlier than you should be.
Yeah.
Deer in headlights. I go, like, I don't know what to do. Like, what's the proper
That
etiquette
sounds so
for being a taller
awkward.
person? And he was on the shorter side, like he was a little taller than you, and like
Maybe like a one
in.
hand?
We went in, and
yeah.
I was like, and I don't know which arm is supposed to go which way.
Yeah.
Like up here, down here. Like, are you supposed to do like a diagonal thing? You're supposed to go go from the top. Or
Well,
go
that's
from
odd because you don't want to bring the smaller person in and caress him like that.
Do
for a
you
hug.
not?
No, you definitely don't.
Oh,
That demasculates him a little bit.
Maybe
you
it
know?
depends on the person.
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong because
So I
I
think-
always feel like I should bring you in and give you a nice big bear
It
hug.
depends how much you know them. An
Yeah.
acquaintance at the restaurant,
Not
you might
so
not
much.
want to caress him.
I don't know.
No.
That might be like,
Well,
I'd allow you
Depends
to
how much
caress
he's been
me.
drinking.
Oh,
You
that's
know what I mean?
good to know. For
Yes.
future reference. Where
Yeah.
it takes us 8 minutes, 8 goddamn minutes to talk about
At
video
least.
games. And to my left, you're right, the one, the only, Michelle Varicchione.
So hugs are definitely okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think. But
Where did
I
I
was
start?
working. I was working Saturday night, and this guy walks by. This older man walks by, and it was just like, "Oh, look, you're pregnant," and he just like starts rubbing my belly, and I'm
Uh-oh.
like, "This
That's
is
a no-no.
so awkward."
Can we define older? Like me
like
older
60s?
or like that's
Oh,
way
that's
older?
old.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
not-
should know better.
Not like way older, but
And then
older
his
than
wife
her.
came up to me and was like, "I'm so sorry. He
Okay.
does that." And I was like, "What do you mean he does that?"
Like he just seeks out pregnant women and like starts caressing
What
their
does that
belly.
even mean?
We call that a fetish.
What a risk. Yeah, it is a fetish.
Yeah.
I mean, God, what a risk. What if you weren't pregnant? If he's done this many times, he's that accurate with knowing if they're pregnant.
But like
just
this
fat?
guy wasn't even like my table. I
Maybe
was
he's
doing
also
things. I was just
chubby
walking
chaser.
by.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he likes it both
chubby
ways.
He likes
Jason.
beer-bellied women.
Who knows?
You know.
So VR.
So every week on the weekly wrap up, we sit here, we talk about video games. Eventually, I
Sometime.
promise you, it's coming.
Oh, that's this podcast.
That is this
Oh,
podcast.
shit.
Yeah.
Gotta
not-
turn the
it's
mug
not the
around.
Hug- it's not
See,
the
it
Hug
says VR. Wrong show.
I don't have the editing skills for that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
What's going on right now? But yeah, we do talk about video games, especially PlayStation VR games. That's pretty much all we talk about. Although I'm sure that we'll.
That's all we talk about. Can't you?
Completely,
Haven't you heard?
So let's blast through a little bit of housekeeping here.
Sure.
If you don't already subscribe to the channel, what the hell are you doing with your life? Hit the subscribe button. Unless you already subscribed, don't hit the subscribe button because then you'll unsubscribe.
Yes.
Also, click the like button because, guys, I gotta say, this has been a pretty stellar week for the Midnight Gamescast. This past week, we got more views and more likes than we ever did before. And at first, I was like, oh, it's because our wrap-up was all Skyrim based.
Yeah.
And then it followed through to PlayStation VR Theater.
I thought for sure it was Skyrim.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So thank
Don't give it a week or two.
You're right.
to all of our new viewers that haven't tuned out already. Thank you.
Yes, for the ones that's stuck
also,
on.
make sure you step on over to the Without Parole,
Step on up.
the PSVR Without Parole Gamecast community on PlayStation 4.
That's growing huge too.
That is growing huge.
Whoa.
It's right.
Could we be more awkward
It's a
today?
grower, not a shower.
I don't think we could be any more awkward today or ever. We're always awkward. But that is the Without Parole PSVR Without Parole Gamecast community is run by our good friend Dr. Doom.
Totally.
He's our moderator over there, and he takes good care of everybody. So
Yeah.
don't you worry if you got a problem, you talk to him. But go join it. We're like 700 strong now. It was
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago we were at 400. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good conversations, good people, and
Good times.
and good times had by all. Last week we got Final Fantasy 15 Monster of the Deep. That was pretty crazy, and we also finally got the open beta for Rec Room. So if you haven't downloaded Rec Room, download
You
Rec
finally
Room.
played a little more than an hour of Monsters of the Deep.
Yes, we'll get to that eventually.
Yes.
But this week is Doom VFR. That comes out on Friday, and with any luck, we'll be showcasing that for you sometime earlier in the week. What do you think, Michelle?
I think it's time to start this episode 20 minutes later. The way that we begin every episode with a little game of should we or shouldn't we, where we put 60 seconds on the clock up on the counter, the way that Brian likes it.
Oh man, I like it on the counter. I like it on the table. I like it in the movie theater with Mountain Dew.
And we have 60 seconds to tell you game cats at home what we have been playing or watching, and whether you should be playing or watching as well.
Who wants to go first?
Not it.
I'll go.
Your confidence scares me. On your mark, get set.
Go.
So, it's been an extremely busy week for Mr. King. I haven't had any time
Mr. King.
to play Skyrim. I don't think I did. If I did, it was like right after the podcast. But regardless, didn't have time to play. I am, however, looking forward to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is on Friday. I'm very excited for that
How do we
game.
even do the timer?
The Punisher. I am
He's very
halfway
good at
through the
wasting the
Punisher. The Punisher is definitely a do so far. It's awesome. You should do it.
It's a do.
Yeah,
It's not
do.
a don't.
Not a should
Do.
we. It's a do.
It's a do. You should do
or
it.
shouldn't do.
And there was another one. I am now not thinking of what it is.
We got this.
No. Oh, and Rec Room. I didn't play any, and I haven't downloaded it yet. But I definitely want to download it, and I definitely want to play it. And
Say definitely 3 more times.
so I'll definitely download it by next week.
You know what? I'll go next because it can't be any worse than his.
Oh wow, that was I think I have a migraine now. That was painful. That was actually painful.
Perfect. I had a minute and .12.
I'm just going to take this real quick. On my mark, get set, and go. So I also started The Punisher.
Nice.
Freaking awesome. I'm like 4 episodes in. I don't know how many episodes there are. This is
She
killing
did.
Brian. All right, I'm playing a lot of Horizon Frozen Wilds.
I'll take it.
Yep. It's fantastic and much harder than the original game as well. What? What was that? No.
You said the word hard. Go on.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I I learned that there's
You going to stop tapping the table
No.
like 20 episodes ago?
I learned
People watch this in headphones. You're killing them.
That's it. I quit. I'm going home.
And
Yeah, no, can I just stop
damn
the
it,
timer?
it's only 43 seconds.
And we're starting the episode over.
We're just gonna start the whole episode over.
Are you really going to waste up the last 10 seconds?
No, I have something to say. I
Horizon.
just don't like the pressure. I'm just gonna stop that right there. 54 seconds. So Horizon, I was watching my my friend play Horizon for a while, and he had this awesome armor, and it's called the Shield Weaver, and I need to go back and get it because you're basically like almost indestructible.
In the
It's
original
freaking
game?
yeah.
Not the download?
Nope. No, in the original game, there's I wrote down exactly where to go. Go to the Mother's Rise to find it, but it's so freaking cool.
Really?
And it's like your whole suit's all like glowy and stuff, and yeah, it was sweet. So I'm gonna go and do that when I get home.
Like Clash of the Titans? Was it Clash of the Titans with Liam Neeson as Zeus? Or was that, what's that other one? Yeah, that was Clash of the Titans. Anyways, his armor was shiny too.
So, yeah,
wicked shiny. And stop.
I think that I don't think Brian can hate us anymore right now.
I'm just in my happy place.
I'd love to be in his head right now. It's probably a bunch of clowns and him just who knows what the fuck. Ham.
That is my happy place.
Yeah.
So other than the shield weaver, there's like these flamethrowers and all right, on your mark, get set, go.
You didn't hit the button. Okay. The button. So last week I had mentioned that I started playing Monster of the Deep, and I was I think about an hour in, like you said, and it was okay. Okay, but now I'm 10 hours into Monster of the Deep, and
wow.
it's funny that even being 10 hours into a game, you still have like mixed feelings. You're like I still don't love it.
Yeah. I'm playing it,
but I like it quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to explain. There's just not enough of what I was looking for. I think when we watched a trailer on PlayStation VR Theater, it was I know you guys hate it. It looked like so action oriented. It looked like you were standing in like a 1990s arcade and you're like you know, doing all this crazy stuff, right, with like a fishing rod like accessory thing, right? Yeah, and it's like it's cool, but it's nothing like the trailer showed. And that's my biggest problem with the game.
Shoot him in the face.
It's nothing like that at all. And let me explain in more detail now. So we saw the crossbow, right? And it was like exploding crossbows.
Yeah.
Okay, it's so segmented. Like, so what you're doing is you go in the story mode. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's take this piece by piece.
Okay.
In the story mode, you go to a location.
Yeah.
And standing there, like on the dock or on the pier or something, is like a Final Fantasy 15 character, right? And it's so awkward because every time you run into one of them, you feel like you're on like a really awkward first date.
Okay.
Right? Like the conversation's stilted. They ask you questions that are totally inconsequential. You get to answer yes or no. Your answers don't matter at all.
Yeah.
And like it's just very uncomfortable. Right? You're like they're talking about their friends, like the other Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
As if they're like in a relationship together.
They
like,
are a little overly affectionate.
A little overly affectionate.
They were in the game, yeah.
You know, a little too broy, didn't we? I think we discussed that way back
too
when.
close, right? Yeah. And that's fine. Like that doesn't bother me so much. But like their interaction with me kind of bothered me, and because I was like, I don't understand what kind of game I'm playing right now,
bro.
I'm like,
can you interact with the mechanics?
Right, if this is a dating simulator, I'm down. But it's not. It's a fishing game.
Yeah.
Right? So what happens is you talk to them.
Yeah.
Like I said, totally inconsequential, and then you go and you fish, and they're like over there on the side kind of fishing too, but again, it doesn't matter that they're there. So you're fishing, and there's little meters popping up on top, and every time you catch a fish, like the meter goes up higher, and if you catch a small fish, it's like a little bit, and if you catch a big fish, it's a little bigger, you know? Okay. And then finally, when the meter fills up, it's boss time.
Okay.
So the boss shows up, this big giant fish, and it's the same thing every time. It's the Monster of the Deep.
Yeah.
And he just shows up in like
the same boss every time?
6 different forms of the same boss.
Okay.
Right? So it's like the same giant fish comes out of the water, but he's got different forms.
Yeah.
He does stupid things. And it just feels like kind of a generic like NES game where the boss just has these different forms and you have to like figure out, what do I have to do? Oh, I have to, shoot that one, not these other 7. Or
question.
Yeah.
Is that why your character is fishing to get the Monster of the Deep to come out and kill it?
Just like every Final Fantasy story before, it's totally convoluted. Like there's something going on here. Yeah. They're accusing all of these fish of like destroying habitats. So you're there to like clean the place up.
Are they still taking selfies?
You can take selfies.
Ugh,
yeah, it's
why?
Because now you've got a big fish to take a selfie with.
Nice.
So it's really strange. And so what happens is as soon as the boss appears, this was the cool part of the trailer. Your fishing rod disappears, and they just give you the crossbow.
Okay.
And suddenly, like that's what you have with your move control is a crossbow.
Yeah.
And you're just like boom, 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 boom. You're like, this is so boring. You just keep hitting the trigger and just keep firing it at the boss. And you're like, this removes all the cool aspect that we found from the trailer.
Right.
Is it so simple? There's no real...
there's no strategy. There's no nothing, really.
Nothing to dodge.
Can you
and
throw the
move.
crossbow at him?
More importantly, can you die? I don't think so, because I've been hit numerous
really?
times and like the screen turns a little red, but I've never died.
Huh.
I'm like,
You should try to die just to see.
I don't even... It's so much work. So that's the thing. That's the story mode.
Yeah.
It takes like maybe like 90 minutes, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then it's just like this fishing game.
Yeah.
And it's very fishing master like. It's like, okay,
Once you finish the story mode, you can just
Fishing Master
fish.
was
you
good.
just fish. It's called going on a hunt. It's called hunts. You pick.
You
And
can't do that until you beat the game.
I think you can
All right.
because you can always select story, tournaments, or hunts.
Okay.
Or free fishing. And so, but hunts are like the meat of the game.
Yeah.
And so you're always like they send you out to go catch a specific fish with your usual sonar and like everything goes boom, boom, boom. Then you see the purple fish around all the blue fish.
Yeah.
And the purple fish is the one you want.
Yeah.
Now the downside here is that usually the purple fish only gets attracted to a specific lure.
Okay.
So if you didn't buy the right lure from the cabin before you went on the hunt,
I see.
you got to go all the way back because otherwise you're just gonna be standing there like doing the whole fishing
Is it
thing.
just going back menu-wise or like actual
Oh no,
physical-
you got to go back to the car, go back to the cabin,
shit.
go to the screen where you buy your stuff. It's like it's so broken
Wow.
in terms of like why can't you buy stuff when you're like out there on the pier?
Yeah.
Right.
Which would make more sense.
Right. And so in the loading screens are like atrocious.
Really?
They're super long.
So the question is,
Yeah.
should we or shouldn't we?
Final note on this: the graphics on the Pro, super sharp, beautiful, lush, colorful.
Yeah.
On the OG, which I transferred everything back over and downloaded it and checked it out. Holy crap, this game is blurry. This is
Damn
big,
it.
almost a bigger difference than Skyrim. Like
What?
this game is like the proving ground now for like
difference than
a bigger
Skyrim?
difference.
Wow.
And the
Crap.
locations aren't that big. There's no
Yeah.
excuse for this, and I feel bad because
A lot of us.
a lot of us,
Yeah.
a lot of them, a lot of you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
You guys have the OG PS4.
Yeah.
And for like a year now, I've been telling you, it's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where it's not fun anymore. We're getting to
Right.
the point where, like, if you want to get the most out of your PSVR,
Yeah.
you need a Pro.
Shit.
This is kind of inexcusable on Square's part, though, because
I mean, what
There's
are
no-
they
there's-
doing? Like the developers, are they just focusing on the Pro
I think they're
for
yeah.
like on purpose?
I can only assume that they're
get more
focusing
out
on
of
the
it.
Pro, being like, this is the game we
Sure,
want to
but
make,
that
and then being
sucks.
like, okay,
Yeah.
what do we need to do to this to make it playable on the PS4? They're like, oh, well, if we just cut the resolution in half, it'll play fine. And I'm sure that's what they did, and they pushed it out the door.
Resolution half. No.
That's what
No.
it feels like. It is the blurriest PlayStation VR game yet.
Lovely.
Okay.
Like it's blurrier than like Brookhaven at launch. Like it's super blurry.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You just like squint.
But still, like,
I
yeah.
don't know. Holy crap! That was the longest should we or shouldn't we ever.
Clock was still going. You're at 20 now.
Takes him 8 minutes to do his should we or shouldn't we?
God
8
damn
goddamn minutes. So it's been kind of a slow news week.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because PlayStation Experience is coming up in 2 weeks. Right, the 9th and the 10th of December.
Yep.
So things are just kind of trickling out here and there. We got a pretty cool trailer for Skull Pirates, which we'll talk about more tomorrow if you're curious about that. I'm still curious about that, so maybe I'm not the guy to come to. But we did get something cool yesterday, I guess. Arizona Sunshine got some
Oh, your favorite game.
DLC. My favorite game.
Did you play it?
No.
No.
Arizona Sunshine's a game I'll have to go back to at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get Des to do a Why We Love PSVR episode about it, and like we can like actually dive back in and really spend some quality time with it.
Yeah.
Right.
But other than that, it's never been a game that worked for me. Never been a game like literally or figuratively. So yeah, it's an okay game. I know there's a lot of fans of it out there. So if you happen to love Arizona Sunshine, good on you. And even better, now you have 2 new Horde mode maps.
Undead Valley?
Old Mine and Undead Valley. Yeah, it's and apparently in this patch they also fixed. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. They did this in Farpoint and then fixed it eventually. But they did this in Arizona Sunshine and only now fixed it. You're running around and you accidentally hit down on the analog stick, and it does that 180 spin, like where you're like suddenly you're facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they finally gave you
I feel
the
like
option.
I did that on accident a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I died in Farpoint so many times
Yeah.
before they fixed that. But
Well,
yeah,
like
no.
playing online or something.
So now the 180 flip is corrected in Arizona Sunshine, so that is good,
Nice.
Sweet.
right? That's about it.
Slow news week.
Super slow news week.
Yeah. Wicked
Super
slow.
slow.
Yeah, it's all right. They can't all be winners.
Right after
Yeah.
the holidays.
After the holidays, everyone's buying PlayStation VR. There were tons of Black Friday sales.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing Skyrim. This it would be stupid for anyone to put out a game
right around now.
right around now, which is why the Inpatient got delayed, which is why Bravo Team from early next month got delayed.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that Bethesda's going to try to compete with themselves and put out Doom VFR later this week.
Yeah.
Like, that's craziness.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe it's really good.
They're probably going to get both. They're going to get people buying Skyrim and they're going to buy Doom. A lot of them.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Doom has a decent price tag. It's $30.
Yeah.
So that's...
For someone who hasn't played Doom, do you suggest playing it before going to VR?
I think this is so different that it won't matter probably, right?
Yeah, I think it's different enough, right? And I don't think there's any kind of like backstory that you need to fill yourself in on.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's you're a Marine and you're fighting your way through hell.
Yeah.
I think is that pretty much
I mean,
the story.
I've
Is that
watched
right?
gameplay and stuff.
Pretty
I
much.
just-
Like, wasn't this... Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun, actually. Yeah.
Of
but-
Doom VFR or older Doom games.
Older Doom games.
Yeah, I mean it's all very straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Running and shooting.
Doom 3 was the only time they really mixed it up, and they really tried to give it like a survival horror story arc kind of thing. And I loved that. Doom 3 was probably my favorite Doom game because they did try to like make it more engrossing story wise. And the rest of them have just been a little too arcadey twitch for me.
Right.
But in VR, everything's better.
Everything's better in VR.
All right, you guys, make sure you come back tomorrow for a little more of us, which if you can tolerate that, it's, for PlayStation VR.
Theater.
I like that. That was good. It was smooth.
Yes.
It resonated. Yeah, I could feel it in the table.
Different feel.
In the table.
Well, I mean, I was pushed up against the table, so like my whole,
Oh my.
Right on.
where we sit around and we watch trailers of PlayStation VR upcoming games, and do you like that?
Good karate chop. Trailers. Yeah.
Come back tomorrow for the best 20 minutes of your week. PlayStation VR Theater. As always, I'm Brian. That's Jeremy. This is
I know.
Michelle, and we'll see you tomorrow. Were you guys talking about something important?
Morning coffee.
Clunk.
Chink.
Cheers to like fucking 7-month-old styrofoam.